are having technical difficulties tonight, but that's technology, right?
That's right.
We're going to try to get that because I really want you to hear the song and see the video. We went through the effort of putting it together, so we definitely want to show it. Mm-hmm. What I will do is I will read your bio, introduce you, and we'll get right into our interview.
Sure.
So again, LaVelle Powell is an individual who wears many hats in the entertainment business. He is a composer, songwriter, producer, scriptwriter, and I took it upon myself to add and singer because you will be singing for us tonight. Providing these services through his company, Cosmik Son Entertainment. LaVelle has more than 33 years of creative experience and has seen the many changes the industry has undergone due to his ability to generate projects in many genres. He's quickly becoming one of the premier professionals that other industry professionals call upon. He's always been one to primarily seek out opportunities to work with local talent before those already established in the business. And let's see, in 1999, LaVelle saw at the time one half of a music producing duo, EWLP, releasing his first album as an artist. The album, entitled The Sounds of Jazz, was locally released, and it was an instrumental album, and it created quite a buzz, even being regularly played on Smooth Jazz 105.9 FM, a popular jazz radio station in the D.C. metropolitan area at that time. The following year, in 2000, EWLP would release a gospel hip-hop album entitled Tormentors of Evil and produce a gospel album for another locally talented artist, Cool Whip. These projects would eventually reveal Powell's multi-genre creative abilities to the industry. And let's see, we'll talk about some more musical projects with Cosmik Son Entertainment, which is a film score and music contribution to 5 feature films: Shining Star, Bed of Fire, Dead Money, and The Charm City Blues, and 6 to 6, the movie. Now, Mr. Powell has worked with many music industry professionals, various areas of the industry, and continues to gain their respect and admiration. So now, before the interview, Lord, I pray that we don't have any issues. But I wanted to show a quick clip which featured one of your scores, and that movie was Charm City Blues, correct? Yes. Okay, so it should be under the commercial before bio read.
What's the name of it?
Excuse me 1 second. Commercial after bio read right here. Okay, so let's play that. And let me have that.
Yeah, we struggled in the beginning, but it didn't matter. I loved them. I loved them very much. We were like any other typical family back then.
And it's going to really work out for us financially.
I think this Pathmark wine is getting better and better.
Everyone's going to want something from Tower Jackson. I'm from Baltimore, a place also known as Charm City.
We had our ups, and we definitely had our downs.
There's no way I can get that type of money in 24 hours.
I didn't ask for this.
Just because I forgot somebody's birthday?
Birthday?
Well, you gotta help him, Joe. You gotta help him like you helped me.
I'm about to be clear. You don't pay me back the money? I kill your wife, I kill your daughter, and I kill you. I told you a month ago.
Man, did you hear the news?
Roland, not again.
Good morning, old friend.
Man of little faith? No, I'm a man of facts. It's different. Hello? Jerry! Jerry!
Yes, as LaVelle was just saying, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes.
Wow.
We're going to get it together. So let's do some hand claps for that.
Oh yeah. Let me add my own claps, huh?
Yes. So let's first talk about the movie scoring. So
Okay.
what is that process like for you, and how did you start scoring movies?
As far as how I got started, there's a saying, I guess, who you know, but it's a combination of that and just you showcasing your talent so much that eventually the right person is going to come across it. Mm-hmm. You just have to continue to do it, and eventually somebody's going to pick up on it.
Okay.
And, I actually had colleagues that I grew up listening to me do music. Mm-hmm. They ventured off doing film and such, and I was still doing just the albums and stuff like that. There was one project that they came across, and he thought that I was the perfect guy to have do it. So he called me up, asked me to add my music to it, and I did it. And it actually that was a challenge, that first project, because I actually did a lot of the music without, as far as the trailer, without even seeing the trailer.
Really?
He told me what he was looking for, about how long to make it, and what types of emotional journey to take with it, and I did that, and it fit like perfectly, like a hand in the glove with the movie.
Wow.
That was hard to do, but at the same time, that instantly told them that, okay, well, we're going to use this guy for, if he did this without seeing the trailer,
right,
imagine what he will do when he sees it. So, and I've been working with him ever since.
That was very impressive. It's something that you really don't even think about, like the behind the scenes music. And it's probably one of those things, if you didn't have it, you would notice it. But while it's playing and you're looking at the trailers, you don't really think much about it. Mm-hmm. And it kind of sets the tone for the movie, because especially looking at the trailer that we just saw, the kind of like the highs and the lows, and talking about killing somebody, the music gets intense.
Mm-hmm. The music not only helps convey the emotions of the characters, but it accents certain things that happens, and you have to capture that musically in order for that to deliver as strong as it needs to when someone's watching it. You know, not doing that can actually have the reversal effect on the impact of a movie. So it's very, very detailed, and a lot of paying attention to character. I actually sometimes I go on set and watch them as they record, and I get an idea of the chemistry between certain characters, and I use that as inspiration for the music. It's not necessarily the same process, but it works very well for me.
Okay. So now, do you believe this is an untapped area that artists should consider or look into?
Very much so. I think that it's a wide open area, and I would say particularly for black artists. I don't know very many of them who do film scoring. What's the gentleman from Wu-Tang Clan? The RZA. He does a lot of film scoring work. He's one of the few black film scores that I'm aware of. And I think that for particularly black artists, it's a very wide open field, and one that I think would be very beneficial to look into.
Okay. So how would you recommend an artist or someone that's watching would actually approach it, getting into it?
Do just work on music, on film score music, that you envision something and do music to it, and just send it out to different places. For me, I did indie film stations, but just send it out, showcase it to people, and it's just a thing of continuing to dangle that hook in front of people, and eventually, with your perseverance, somebody's going to take notice of it. Everybody has a season,
Right.
and if you continue to just put yourself out there, eventually your season's going to come.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
I
No
believe
question of if. It's going to happen.
Okay. That's great. And it's so true. So now Steve Jobs has a quote. In your life, you only get to do so many things. And right now we've chosen to do this. So let's make it great. Is everything you do as great as it could be? Don't just make it great. So, and when I read that, it made me, it kind of sparked a question for you. And that's, so how do you know within yourself when something is great?
When I do a song, I typically will listen to it. I can't even count how many times, but once I've listened to it and I've gotten to where I've stopped making little adjustments to it, you know,
because it never seems to be finished.
I am a perfectionist, and I have to make myself stop, because I'll just do all this detailed stuff to the song that when I'm to the point where the changes I'm making is not even making any more of an impact to the song, I know that the song is ready.
Okay.
But sometimes you have to know when to shut that off.
Right.
It's sort of a hard thing to do, but you have to also find people who you trust to listen, who have a good ear to listen to your stuff, and they will also be able to help you make that decision. Especially if you're a perfectionist and you just keep tinkering with a song,
Nitpicking.
Yeah. Different things for different people, but
Right.
for me, I have a certain group of people who will, hey, it's fine. Don't do any more to it.
Right. Now let's talk about the indie artists, some of the artists that you have worked with. Now in your bio, I purposely skipped over because I wanted to talk a little bit more about it with the interview questions. So you have collabed with, says in '97, one of the first serious artists that you worked with was a local gospel singer named Kia Heath.
Yes.
And she was signed to a Baltimore-based label owned by her husband. And you wrote and co-produced 3 songs on the Freshman album, which had notable success throughout Maryland and surrounding states. So how did that collaboration come to be?
At the time, my manager, I was producing with another gentleman, and our manager, he, of course, always on the prowl. He came across, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if he was, how he knew the owner of the label, but at the time that he got acquainted with that guy, she was in the process of working on the album, and there was a certain time frame that they were trying to get it done, and I don't think he was, the gentleman, the husband was producing songs as well, but he would not have been able to get it done in that time frame, so we ended up doing 3 songs. That's kind of how it got started. He sort of orchestrated that, our manager, and but it was a very very good experience for me. I learned a lot of things about myself in that process, about how I am in the studio with an artist. There are some people who work in the studio who they are understandably so. They can be sort of hard-nosed and you know and they have a certain result they're trying to achieve. You know, me, I'm hard-nosed, but I'm not hard-nosed in a way where you'll get sick of me. You know, I'm like, hey,
or intimidated.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wait a minute, excuse me. Let's pause for 1 second.
Sure.
Can we play can we play a song, Mike? Let's have some music in the background.
Sure.
A couple of the songs that you've done. Excuse me. So you're not hard to deal with in the
Some
studio.
folks could be intimidated, but I'm usually able to sense that, and I believe that if you can, everybody just calm their spirit down, great things can happen. There's no need to have all this angst and stuff built up. That actually can work against what you're trying to do.
So what do you do to calm people down?
I smile a lot. I let them know that, hey, don't worry about it. We'll get through this. You know, just take a break, kind of gather yourself a little bit. We'll come back and do it again. You know, just stick with them the whole time. Don't get frustrated with them because it's a learning process for everyone.
Okay. Now the song that's playing in the background now is Candy Cane Parade.
Yeah.
The Candy Cane Parade song.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration behind that?
Well,
Aside from the Christmas spirit.
First of all, I'm a big kid. I'm a kid at heart. So then growing up, these are the types of songs that I listen to. The shops, the shops surrounding the DC area. We would. I remember families taking me through there, and I would hear music similar to this playing, and I just loved it. And I just always wanted to recapture that experience I had as a child with Christmas. So this is sort of the end result of that. Seeking that out.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now let's go back to, again, let me remind folks that the phone lines are open. Taj, I actually have help tonight. Someone monitoring the phones. The phones are straight, right? Okay. Got my son helping out. You got to put him to work young.
That's right.
So let's walk through that whole process. So I know in your bio you also mentioned that you like working with, like the unknowns, the people, you like finding the diamonds in the rough. So let's say me walking into your studio and wanting to do a session and create a song.
Okay.
So what is that process like?
It's very important, I believe, to talk to that person to get an idea of what they're looking for. It's not always about you want music and then I'm just going to do it and you just do it as I said. You may have, whether you're aware of it or not, you may have some idea hidden in yourself that you may want to put into this. So I just believe in coming together, working together to figure out the approach. There may be areas that I may have more knowledge on that I'll suggest and we can do together. But I like to work together, because if you feel a part of the process, then you'll do even better when it comes to being in the studio. It's not a thing where just do what I tell you, you want me to help you, just do what I say.
Right.
We have to work together. And usually when I do it that way, that usually results in a really great project.
So do you ask the artist what type of music, or like give you examples of different sounds that they like?
Yeah, what types of artists do they listen to? What do they what type of music do they want to sing? What genre? If we listen and I determine that maybe a different genre may be best suited, I'll make that suggestion.
Oh, that's good.
Because right off the bat, what I want to do is, if you're coming to me, I want to make you great. And whatever way that I see that can happen, I'll let you know about it, and we'll work together to find some common ground to make that happen. Because I'm not particular to a genre, there's no telling what is going to come out of it. It may be something that has a couple of genres mixed in,
A fusion kind of thing.
Exactly.
Now, you say you're not specific to a genre, you do it all.
Yep.
Now, would you say, now in reading your bio, and then we're going to get a chance to hear you sing something live, and that it is a gospel song, would you say you have a gospel influence when you're creating music?
A great portion of it is gospel, jazz, blues, even the 60s rock and roll. With gospel, I'm a very big fan of Mahalia Jackson. I loved the Reverend James Cleveland. When the Winans came out and sort of shook up the things with their new sound.
Yes.
Whereas some folks
contemporary kind of. Not even
loved
contemporary. Was it contemporary? It was nice. I like their
it.
sound.
It was definitely different than what
Right.
was out at the time, and the Clark sisters, and they all just came and just transformed the genre, and I like that. I like the idea of just making it your own, not being conformed to particular guidelines of things, and they were very inspirational to me. Jazz, I love Joe Sample, George Benson,
Yes.
Wes Montgomery. A lot of those guys I were very influential. I grew up listening to that. Jazz, rock, as I said, blues, bluegrass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just country. You know, I loved it all.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
those things just influenced me greatly.
Now let's talk about your entertainment company,
Okay.
Cosmik Son. So exactly what do you do? What are all the different services that you offer?
I guess the question would be, what don't I do?
Oh, okay.
But,
Do it all.
what people ask me to do, I do that, and if they come with any other requests and I can make that happen, I'll do that too.
Okay.
I'm a manuscript writer for movies. I actually write stories. I can produce any type of genre you want. I love doing the film scores. So whatever a person comes to me with, I'm going to try to utilize every resource I have to make it happen, because I'm interested in everything.
Great. Okay. Okay, now you will be singing live. It's an honor to serve you, Lord. So let's talk about that real quick before we go to break, and then and you come back and sing it. When did you write this song?
I think it was maybe 5 months ago, maybe.
Oh, okay. So this is recent.
Yeah. It was sort of the result of some things that God got my wife and I through with children, wanting to have a child. I don't think she'll want me to go into detail with that. But
okay. Shout out to Mrs. Powell.
Adrian, hey, I love you, babe. Love you, Elijah.
Okay.
So, and God blessed us with this wonderful son as a result.
Beautiful.
He's the miracle child. We were told that we couldn't have children
How
without
old
their
is he?
assistance. He's 2.
Oh.
Just turned 2 November the 1st.
Okay.
And I love him. Just he's just heightened my music inspiration, just off the charts.
That's
you know.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, we could do a whole show just on that. I tell you, just yes, how great God is, and the miracles, and how things happen in in divine time.
Exactly.
We could do a whole show on just that alone.
Exactly. And, so many things. Even with the church I attend, God worked miracles with various ones there, and they were gracious enough to share that with the congregation, and all that stuff just inspired me to put this song together. I had everyone in mind when I did it.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break and come back, and he will be the first face that you see.
All right.
Huh? Oh, we're gonna do. Oh, okay. We'll get a chance to play the "Have You Heard" song, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Presents under the Christmas tree. I don't need them, you're my only favorite thing. Hark the herald, even the angels sing. You building a life with me. The fireside is blazing bright, and I can see passion in your eyes. You're the greatest gift I received. I hope you feel the same for me. Falling in love this Christmas. It's nothing like the holiday. Nothing like the holiday. To put us in the perfect place. We're falling in love this Christmas. Can't think of any better day. Think of any better day. Let's fall in love this Christmas.
Sleigh bells ringing outside. I only hear your heart beating, and it's all mine. We don't need no mistletoe. It's cold outside, but your kisses can melt the snow. I've never had a holiday like this, but then I never had a man quite like this. This feeling of falling in love, it's like a gift from above. And we fall in Christmas.
It's nothing like a holiday.
It's nothing like the holiday.
Put us in the perfect
To put us in the perfect place.
You're so incredible to me, much more than human eyes can see, and my mind can't conceive. Yes, incredible to me. My life was filled with sorrow and despair, too much for anyone to bear. And then you came and showed how much you care. And for all that you do, I proclaim to you that it's an honor to praise you and do all the things you want me to. It's my pleasure to glorify your name. Since you saved me, I haven't been the same. Oh Lord, it's an honor to serve you, Lord. Your grace, Lord, it's way too great for words to say. Yeah. I've never known love quite this way. You've taken my dark clouds and gave me brighter days. Oh, 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 oh. And so, yeah, because of you, I'll always know that with God all things are possible. You're unmatchable and worthy of my praise, yeah. And for all the love you give, I will proclaim until the end that it's an honor to praise you and do all the things you want me to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's my pleasure to glorify your name. Since you saved me, I haven't been the same. It's an honor to serve you, Lord.
Over there. My son over there shaking his head. People that know me, I cried at the drop of a hat. But that was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So now tell the audience how they can stay connected to you.
You can keep up with me on Facebook. Facebook.com/Cosmik Son Entertainment. That's COSMIKSON Entertainment. / Also, my website, www.cosmicsonentertainment.com. Okay.
So we'll definitely have to have you come back. You know,
Sure.
it was a bit chaotic behind the scenes today.
No problem.
We normally don't have this many technical difficulties, but, wanted to try something new, and
Sure.
you know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
but we'll definitely welcome you to come back, you know, when you finish your next project, or to update us on, you know, if you have a new artist that you're working with, please make sure you bring he or she by, and we'll definitely.
I certainly will. No doubt about it.
We'll definitely wrap it up. Did you want me to give you your big hug and kiss live on the air for all the miracles that you have performed behind the scenes?
That's great work, man.
Mike, Mike, thank you so much. I would like to thank you all for taking the time to watch the Soul Fusion Magazine Indie Voice Show. Thank you, LaVelle, for coming out. We appreciate you. And again, definitely stay connected. I'd like to thank my listening, viewing audience. Thank you to my watchers, my new fan base in South Carolina. Minnie, thank you. She done turned her friends on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Kevin, thank you so much for the video, and we will definitely. I'm going to post the video, the song on my website. Also, I'll put more information so people can stay connected to you. Sure. Again, thank you, Mike. He's like, wrap it up. Thank you, my son, Taj. Appreciate your help. Guys, make sure you come back next week. We have Anastasia Sky coming back. She's going to give us an update on what's going on in her career. See you guys next week. Love you. Bye.